What I'm going to do is concentrate on the principles of what we found, because the principles are counterintuitive, they're against the received wisdom, they're against what I was taught when I went to agricultural college, and they challenge the current thinking about farm management and farm economics. So the less is more came about because of the proposition that you can see on your screen, balancing the needs of food, farming and nature. Those three things are inextricably linked. And I hope by the end of this 25 minutes or so, you'll understand why that link is so inextricable. So, balancing the needs of food, farming and nature. What is the primary mission of farming? Well, for me, the primary mission is to produce food. That is what we're about. I am less keen on using farmland for energy crops, but if we're going to produce anything from the land that we actually manage, we have to do it profitably. And there is every indication from government stats that show that farm businesses are not operating profitably, particularly without support. It doesn't matter which stats you look at, there is a huge problem about the robustness and resilience of farm businesses. If we're going to do this profitably, we have to understand that there's going to be a trade-off between that drive for profitability, viability, resilience, and the stress placed on the environment when doing this. And so what we're going to talk about today is that stress, that relationship between driving food production and environment. And this stress is caused by the natural assets that we have available to us. This grass, this fertility is limited, but not only is it limited, it comes as free issue. Now, I never really understood this until about two years ago. I think we're one of the only industries that is given free grass, free fertility. If we do nothing, things grow. So there is an asset there, a part of our farm businesses that is given to us pro bono, gratis, and for nothing. So this report, we looked at over 40 farms, and by the end of this year, I'll be up to between 70 and 80 farms, which I've actually visited and sat round kitchen tables at. So, but this report, the less is more report, is about over 40 farms. What have we found out? We found out that the economic and commercial performance of farms is not driven by how many livestock you sell from that farm, nor is it driven by the farm size. Now, I completely accept that this is not what you might be wanting to hear or expecting to hear. It's counterintuitive against received wisdom, but that is what we found out. And of all the 40 plus farms and subsequent farms that I'm working with now, they're all exhibiting the same characteristics. Not one farm is showing a different characteristic. So if it's not that that's driving profitability, what is it? There's one thing and one thing only that is driving profitability before support and before other sources of additional income. And on livestock farms, that is the availability of natural grass. And by that I mean natural grass. By natural grass I mean before fertilizers, before sprays, before overwintering, before buying in this and buying in that. Okay, so the profitability is driven by the availability of natural grass. When that grass runs out, or in the case of lowland or mixed farms, when that grass runs out, we as farmers try to drive production by adding costs. And what we found is that invariably reverses the profitability of that farm business. We've also found, because we are given this free issue asset from nature, that we should be treating nature as a shareholder.